everyone, it's Sonia Farrell here from All Heart by Sonia Farrell. Thank you for joining me. I just like to chat about my latest artwork. It's called Reflections of the Wind. So it features a really oversized moon, absolutely illuminated, reflecting the light from the sun. The moon's reflection is reflecting onto the water of an ocean way. It's a slightly sort of abstract type, surreal type painting with a landscape that's sort of quite dreamlike and a little bit mysterious. So we've got the moon, the reflection of the moon, this sort of land area which features some mountains. We've got some clouds also being reflected down, and then we've also got a hot air balloon. So the hot air balloon is being carried by the wind. It is also catching the reflection of the moon, and then it's also reflecting onto the water. So the title Reflections of the Wind is really quite symbolic of how we can live our lives, sometimes being buffeted around by winds of confusion or life throwing things at us, or we could choose to rather not try to propel ourselves in a certain direction against the wind, but to go in a slipstream, sort of like a flow of reflecting things from that are bigger than ourselves. So for example, I'm a Christian and I have a very strong faith. So for me, this artwork is really a reflection of or a symbolic reflection. I'm using the word reflection, but it's basically taking advantage of the thought process of that the moon is not generating its own light. It's not glowing with its own emitting light. It is actually just reflecting the light from the sun. So as a Christian, we can walk through life not trying to illuminate and be glowing ourselves, but to be rather emitting a light which is a reflection of the light of all lights, the sun of all suns, Jesus. So basically it's the reflection of the moon back onto the hot air balloon. Is, for me, the hot air balloon feels like it could be me or anyone on a journey. They, number one, not emitting and generating their own light, but really reflecting the light of that beautiful love of God, and that is reflecting to the area around it and having an impact on the world around it. We can also then be in that flow of favor and love. I will actually bring you closer so you can have a look, but nice close up for me. But you'll basically see that I have got some resin bits on the artwork, which is catching the reflection now as I'm showing it to you, where that is sort of like an indication of the wind flow around the hot air balloon. So, and then on the top of the moon, you can actually see very vaguely just some like streams of light coming from above. So that's also indicating that the moon is really not there generating its own light source, but it is actually being generated. Oops, sorry about that. It is actually being generated. That light source is being generated from an outside place. So thank you for joining me. Reflections of the Light will be on my website shortly, or by the time you see this, it will be up. It's on display at the moment at the Creative Arts Art Gallery, but it usually is only for a short period of time. Best to have a look online on my website if this is something that looks of interest to you. Prints will also be available of this artwork, as well as portions of it will be used by myself for some merchandise. So if there's anything there that you really love and it appeals to you, just be in contact, and I'm sure there's something there that we can do to make part of this picture your very own. All right then, thank you so much for being here. All the best. Thanks. Bye.